Hello and welcome. Before we begin, we'd like to take a brief moment to share an important disclaimer. The views, opinions, and statements expressed on the Rascals Lounge podcast are solely those of the host and guests and do not reflect the views of any organization, employer, or sponsor. This podcast is provided as is and is intended solely for informational and entertainment purposes. Discussions on this podcast may include topics such as politics, vaccines, the pharmaceutical industry, professional sports, esports professionals and organizations, content creators, music, medicine, law, science, psychology, herbal medicine, supplements, cannabis, nicotine, alcohol, religious leaders, faith-based beliefs, and other related subjects. All commentary is based on publicly available information, personal experience, or personal opinion. Any references to public figures, political parties, politicians, athletes, organizations, religious groups, or individuals, living or deceased, are opinion-based and are not intended as factual claims or statements that could harm reputations. No content on this podcast is meant to defame, discredit, or negatively impact the reputation of any person, group, political party, religious faith, or entity. The host and guests expressly disclaim all liability for defamation, libel, slander, or any misinterpretation of the views expressed. This podcast does not provide professional advice of any kind. Comments or discussions involving doctors, scientists, psychologists, attorneys, athletes, religious leaders, politicians, or other professionals, including those related to health, training, injuries, performance, the pharmaceutical industry, herbal remedies, supplements, cannabis, nicotine, alcohol, vaccines, or alternative treatments, are intended for general informational purposes only. Listeners should never start, stop, or alter any medication, treatment plan, religious practice, legal action, financial decision, or substance use based solely on content heard on this podcast. Always consult with a licensed professional or qualified advisor in the relevant field before making any decisions related to health, law, religion, finance, or lifestyle. The host and guests make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or suitability of the information presented, and disclaim all responsibility for errors, omissions, or outcomes resulting from the use of this content. The podcast and its content are provided as is, without any express or implied warranties of any kind. By listening to, reading, or otherwise accessing this podcast, you acknowledge and agree that the Rascals Lounge podcast, including its host and guests, shall not be held liable for any interpretations, actions, or consequences resulting from the content of this program. We strongly encourage all listeners to think critically, do their own research, and form independent judgments before acting on any topic discussed. Listener discretion is advised. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Rascals Lounge podcast.
Well, Danny Strzelczyk just won championship at you just won the BC Gamers, right?
Yeah, BC game event, yeah.
Oh, congratulations, man. That was I got to saw the whole thing, man. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like the event was pretty good overall, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Wow, that must have been hype. I mean, I'm a wild card. I was a former wild card. I worked in communications and I was a twist specialist for the org on the Rainbow Six Seed side. But my heart is there for a wild card, always. I love Ben and Greff, the owners, and every single time I see wild card doing something good, I always say something.
Yeah.
I got to show support and love to the organizations. So I come to find out that you've only been with the org for like what, a month or so?
Yeah, I think it's been like it's less than a month maybe. We see their like wildcard roster. So it tells you when. Yeah, it's been 30 it's actually been 1 month exactly. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, amazing. That's crazy. How you
Yeah.
like it so far?
It's been good. I mean, we haven't had like much practice time because we had like, frag and then we had just online matches and stuff and people kept on forfeiting. So like we could have used those days to actually just like practice, but people just instead of like saying we can't make it a day before, they decide 2 hours before. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, we had a little boot camp before BC game and it worked. I mean, we got to like fix a lot of things that were going wrong. And honestly, practice is just way better in Europe compared to like NA. Like it's just a completely different game.
Yeah. You know what kind of like shocked me a little bit? It's like I didn't see a crowd. I mean, I don't know what type of event is this. I'm used to seeing like Counter-Strike events like big,
Yeah.
massive big, like thousands of people, in the stadium. And this one didn't see anybody. I'm like, okay, this must be totally different.
There's like, I mean, It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like the Circuit X events in like these other lands. I mean, Circuit X did have like a good amount of people in the crowd, but from what I understand, like they're letting like the one thing about these like like newer lands, like you have obviously Blast ESL and like PGL that have like the big stadiums and stuff. These smaller lands like are just like letting you walk in if you want to. Like so you can walk in and like kind of just sit down and watch if you want. Like I don't think there's like a ticket system or anything like that. But
Hmm.
the one in like at least the one the BC game one, I don't know how the last one was. I think it was a little bit more packed, but there was also like a little bit bigger teams there. I guess you could say like you had more known teams there. But this one there were some people in the crowd, but there isn't like a big seating area, right? Like you can maybe fit maybe 60 people on the stands, maybe more. Like I don't know. Like if you crowd in like maybe 100, but it's not gonna be a big crowd. Like Circuit X, they were in a gymnasium and you could fit at least 400 or 500 people there, and they had like a couple hundred there for sure. Like we met a lot of people there for Circuit X, but at this one you couldn't really fit that many people in the room.
Yeah, I kind of like I noticed that. I was like, "Where's the crowd?" I only hear the crowd screaming and cheering and all this and that. And I was like, "This is totally different from what I'm
Yeah,
used
it
to."
it was definitely different. I mean, it's not like gonna be your ESL events or anything like that, but
Exactly.
I also think that if I look at I want to look at this just to see the other BC game event that they had. I mean, there was definitely way more known teams. Like you had GT, Heroic, Gentlemaids,
Okay.
you had Bet Boom, Fnatic. Like I mean, people are gonna obviously watch that one more than the one we were playing at. This one was like a little bit. I mean, you didn't have like the top, like bought it like you didn't have like the tier one teams in there. You had like
Hmm.
everybody else. So I mean, it makes sense why it was a little bit like less packed. People aren't gonna drive down a distance or fly down for you know at that event when I know not when it was like G2 and these other teams, maybe like because you can
Yeah.
actually interact with the players and this at these things.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw at the end you guys lifted up a check, and I was like, the check wasn't like really like big, but it was a good amount of money.
Yeah,
But I was like, man, I thought I was like so off. I was so confused. I said, okay,
yeah.
it's
With
like
the
this.
with the tier two like land system now, like most of
Hmm.
the events are anywhere from like I mean Fragadelphia's are a little bit lower, but like all these other events like the Europe's coming up with, you're looking at anywhere from like 10 to like 100K, and like this one was a 50K event, which is like higher than most like of these lands that pop up. So
Mm, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wow. But still, I mean, you guys won.
yeah,
You guys won. Now, on Counter Strike, there's World Cup as well, right? You guys
yeah.
get to participate?
I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure like at this point we should get the invite. I mean, I don't see it changing.
Hmm.
So, mathematically speaking, we are 100% guaranteed esports World Cup. So yeah,
Yeah. Due to the point system, I think the guys go by.
yeah. We go. They use the VRS system and they use two North American invites, and we I mean, even if we didn't like play play a BC game, it would have been super close if we would have gotten it or not. It was
Hmm.
more on Liquid needed to lose than like anything. And even though like even if they would have like won another game at one of these other lands, it wouldn't have changed anything because since we won out at Circuit X or not Circuit X at BC game, like it didn't change anything.
Wow. Amazing, man. Now, what's the big main stage tournament for Counter Strike? I'm asking you questions that I don't know so much about Counter Strike.
Yeah, yeah,
I did bring somebody that was a Counter Strike player, Wolfie. It's way back
yeah.
a couple of years ago. But I I'm trying to learn every single game out there and learn the pro scenes. But with Counter Strike, what's the big main events?
I mean, I think obviously the majors are the biggest, and I do think that with how like the only reason why the majors are the biggest events is because like the sticker capability. So it
Hmm.
makes like you can make a lot more money from as players and organizations. But like after if you take out majors, I actually think EWC like Esports World Cup. I think that's like probably one of the bigger ones now, just because of like they're partnered with like ESL and all these other companies, and also just like um the event itself is just like huge and like it's insane kind of. Like, I think it blows. I've never been to an EWC, but from like what I've seen and what I've heard, it blows ESL and like some of these other events out of the water, honestly.
Mm.
And I mean, I would also say like obviously I am Krakow or Katowice or in Cologne, like they always have those every year. Those are like the second like if you take out majors, it probably goes like EWC and then mixture between those two because those are like the everybody usually treats those as like I asked like I actually really didn't understand why they're always treated so like highly ranked, but it's because like those two cities have been like having majors and tournaments for like 10 years or 12 years now, so like every time like you like when they keep on like playing them, that's how they like like they keep them as like a prestigious like the most prestigious events in ESL at least. And then like after that, like I don't know, it doesn't really like it. Then you have like all these just normal tier one events. Like you have Pro League, you have PGL events, you have Blast, you have Star Ladder. They're coming back a little bit. I mean, I've been a fan of like I think my favorite tournaments to go to have been PGL events. I think they've done a really good job on just just kind of like help like I wouldn't say helping, but like when it comes down to like hospitality and like just the prac rooms and getting things done and just making it super easy. They've been the best, I think, in my opinion. And
Mhm.
then it goes like ESL and then it goes Blast. I think Blast is just I hate playing Blast events. But
Really?
yeah, I mean I hate playing Bounty. I mean I the Blast Awesome Major wasn't super good. They kind of didn't really care about stage 1. When it got to stage 3 when like you had Vitality and all these other teams walking in, then I heard it got really good there. The hotel was nice. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the hotel was nice. It was good. I mean, the catering part of it was kind of ass. And but when the bigger teams arrived, like in stage 2 and 3, they fixed it. But I'm
Mm.
like, then what's even the point of like, you can't like, I feel like you can't like skim out, for stage 1 teams. Like, you're hosting, you're paying money to host the event, and you're gonna do that. Like, I think that's kind of bad. But I
Wow.
mean, I don't know. That could just be more of like a from what I understood was that like a lot of people were complaining about it and then they fixed it later on. Maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but I've just heard a lot of not fun things about Blast in general. So
Wow. So you see yourself going to the majors this year?
yeah, I mean I
With
feel
this
like
group of people you guys play really good. I'm gonna be really
yeah,
honest.
we've
What
been
you
playing
guys are
pretty
playing
good.
is like really good.
I think like when you look at like the rankings and stuff like that and it would take a lot right now. Like in 6 months from now, our wins are going to be gone, right? So like, the
Mm.
wins that we have right now, they're going to be like probably not worth anything. So it would be really really hard for us to not like win any matches on LAN, if that makes sense. Like we should theoretically be able to keep steady at this 1400 level or even push 1500. I think beyond that, it's gonna be really hard because that means you have to start beating teams in the top 10 to get beyond that like top 20 mark. You need to have like I would say you need to upset a couple teams or beat a Maos or beat like a Mongols or do it a couple times and then you can start pushing that next level. But you can like if you look at the VRS rankings and stuff like we're at 1400 points at 26 in the world and, to get to like that top 15 mark, you have to be at 1600, which is like, or 1660 actually, which is even harder because that means you have to like, especially if your land cap is full, that means you just have to win against like some really good teams. Because if you win like against like Mao's right now, technically, we would still get like 50, 60 points. But you have to do that 3 times, and that's gonna be hard to do. So I think we have
Mm.
to just kind of take it. I think we have to kind of just like fix our head to head a little bit. Like just don't lose any like stupid games. Like before going into a BC game, we lost to M80 and Voca, and I mean the M80 one's a little bit whatever. I think the Voca one like hurt us a lot, because it's an extra like 30ish 40 points we would have, and so we could be pushing that 1500 mark a little bit faster. But with the how they do the whole like system, I think the head to head actually matters, and our head to head's negative right now. So we have a lot of points because of lands. So we just need to like not lose. If we just win, I mean, we're slowly fixing it. But if we keep on winning out, and with the player break happening right now, and like we're on break for the next couple weeks,
Mm.
because we have no other events coming up. Slowly, some of those games will start falling off. So like some of these big losses will start going away in the next like month or two. So that will help a lot. But yeah, we just need to make sure that when we play events, we pick accordingly, and just try not to lose anybody ranked above under us. If we if we beat everybody under us and lose a couple teams above us, but like win a couple, it will be fine, and we should maintain enough to get the major.
Yeah. Wow. That'd be nice. Going to the majors.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bro, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
mean,
the top team right now in the majors? Is it FaZe?
no, FaZe isn't even. They're not even in the major.
What? Really?
Yeah, they choked.
What the heck?
Yeah, they're ranked. We're 25th. We're 26th in the world, and FaZe is 25th in the world. They're like not even relevant right now.
Wow.
They bombed out a lot. Like,
Because they won a major, a big championship, a major. I think a couple years ago.
yeah, I mean that's like the whole VRS system though. The whole VRS system is now based on you know, you had to like win games in like a relevant period, and
Mm-hmm.
they legit just did not win at all. They like kept on losing and losing and losing and losing, and um
Wow.
like I mean out of their, if you like look at their HLTV, I mean before like the last couple lands that they played, like they weren't winning. Like if we look at the start of the year for them, like let's go look at like from Crackout 2026 to now, they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 series, and the ones, and like all those teams were ranked like similar or above them, or well, a lot of those teams were actually ranked next to them or below them. So they were losing to everybody. They weren't just losing to like the top dogs. They were losing to like I mean, I'm seeing on this like thing, I'm seeing that they lost to Tyloo, who was ranked super low. They lost to Passion, Fnatic, Eyeballers. They got a forfeit when it like lost, but that's because they had to like go to other lands. They lost to Inner Circle. Like they lost to a lot of like teams that they shouldn't lose to as your phase, and they weren't winning like the land matches they did win. They did, like, granted, they did win some games, but those games were not enough points because of the fact they weren't like good opponents. They weren't winning, and
Wow.
so they went from they beat Heroic BC Game. That one's on land. They beat like Aim Club, and then a couple other like teams I've never heard of, and then they beat Cybershock and Ill Will. But like again, those games, like you need to be like, to push the level, they need to be in Europe. They need to beat teams in that like the top 10 area, because if you don't, like, those points aren't going to matter. And then
Okay.
they did have a good Blast event though. Like they beat Furia, they beat G2. Like they had a good event like at Blast Rivals. I want to say like maybe a month ago. So they
Mm.
did look better, and they've put on better showings as of recently, but they're still like, I think, figuring out their roster stuff. Like they just added someone new on the team because Kerrigan left. So I don't really know what's going on with them, but they just didn't
Yeah.
have enough. They weren't they weren't winning the games they needed to get like the major, to be honest.
Wow, that's crazy. Because on Rainbow Six Siege is a different story.
Yeah,
FaZe is
I've never watched it. I never really watched it. So
Oh my God, FaZe is like the most dominant team in
really,
Rainbow. Oh my, Brazilians. They're just like, the challenge is like, okay, let's figure out how can we beat this organization? How can we beat this team? They're just way too freaking good. And they'll just win majors, win major. I mean, they'll win, the big SI, which is like in a way, saying the invitationals is like saying the Super Bowl,
yeah.
you know. But they're very, very good players,
Yeah, I
very
mean
good.
it kind of like, it's probably like the Vitality situation where like Vitality just has all the best players in all their roles. It's like so hard to play them.
So Vitality is like the top team in Counter Strike right now.
Yeah, I think they're falling off a little bit, but that's not because like they're not as good. I think that they just haven't practiced. Like
Mm,
they went from practicing and then just showing up to events. like from what I understand from like the interviews and stuff. So like
Mm.
they'll win an event, take a 2 week break, and play it like a couple days, then go to the next event. And I finally caught up with them. Like they finally like didn't win Atlanta, but they won, every event this year besides I think one. So it is what it is. But I think they're practicing now for the major, so it should be fine. They should be fine
So
overall.
what are the top 5 teams right now in Counter-Strike?
I mean, right now I would say Vitality's one still.
Okay.
Hold on. I would say Vitality's one. I think right now it's like Vitality's number one, and then after like them,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter who you put. I would probably put Navi like second, but if you like for top 5, you just put Vitality number one, and then just put everybody like put Spirit, Falcons, Navi, and like Maus or not Mongols in that next category, and then let them battle it out, because honestly they all beat each other, and it's
Yeah,
just
they're
super hard.
all
It's just super hard to like it's super hard to like try to figure it out, because like and also like Spirit hasn't played Navi in super long time, so it's like hard to like grasp like is Spirit better than Navi, or is like I mean I think Spirit and Navi are number 2 and 3, and then Falcons 4, Mao's 5 or 6 with Mongols, something like that, and that, or I guess Fury
wow.
is in that conversation too, but yeah, it's just
There's
hard.
so many teams in Counter-Strike. Like,
Yeah,
wow, there's a lot.
it
Some
is a
names
lot.
I never heard of. I'm like, "What the heck? I never heard of this thing. What team is this?" It's like so many. Like the Mongols. I mean, I never heard of Mongols before.
Yeah, I mean Mongols are, I mean they've been around for a while in CS now, but I think they've been playing since like 2021 now or something.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Well, pretty soon you guys are gonna be on that top 5 bracket.
Haha. We'll probably be playing some teams in the top 5, because like with EWC and like how like usually it works, like we'll be a lower ranked team going into the event, so we'll play like one of the teams in the top like 10 or top 10 usually. So we'll have some hard games, but it is what it is. Like I mean, I was used to it on Cole. Like when on Complexity, like we'd always just have like a super hard bracket overall, and you know finally we went through one, and it just definitely changed everything, and then we went from getting hard brackets to like you know favorable ones overall.
Mm, man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Man, I, you know, try to put myself in your position as a gamer and see what is it that you gotta do to make it to the top. Counter-Strike is, like, very, very hard. A lot of people see it, "Oh, this seems easy." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No." I tried it one time, and I ended up uninstalling the game because it's like I was dying every 5 steps, and I was like, "I can't. I'm getting crushed.
Yeah.
I'm getting demolished." So, I just did the best thing that could ever happen, uninstall, because I wasn't
It's
good at
hard.
all.
It's a hard game.
Oh, man, I think probably I only had, like, 2 kills or something in that game. That was it, man,
It
and
takes a
I
lot.
it does. Takes a lot.
Like
How many
people,
hours of practice these guys gotta you know
I mean, my personal hours are I'm at 20,000 hours in the game.
Wow.
I don't know how much are idle though, like of just like AFK hours, but I would say I probably have like 17,000 for sure, at least maybe 18,000. I don't really leave my game on too
Mm.
much, so usually I'm always on. I mean, I average for like roughly like probably 100 to 150 hours every 2 weeks, like in that range. It depends. I'm usually always
Now
above 100 though.
what role is what's your role on Counter-Strike?
I mean, I'm usually like I've played pretty much every role, but right now I'm been more of a second like star player. So I kind of like play the secondary, like the main, like there's like main spots like on each map that are like your main star player plays, right? Like where
Mhm.
Nico will play or whatever. And then there's maps where like there's like a second spot that's super important too. That's like super good like games. Like, you know, usually like you can like share those, like you can kind of both play both spots. So like I think like Kirisuki on Falcons is like playing like some of those spots, or him and Nico are interchangeable usually on like on maps when I've seen their games. Like sometimes Kirisuke's playing the main star spot, but then Nico will be in the second one, or vice versa. So I mean, like on our team, Mananya is on the main star roles, and then I'm in the secondary ones for the most part. Some maps I do have like the better role, uh, but it just depends.
So it depends on the map. See, on Rainbow, see, I try to compare the game to Rainbow in a way because the way they're both tactical. One, you got some players on Rainbow, they're support. They do support roles, and you got
Yeah,
the fraggers, and you got the flex, etc. Entries. So you got these people that they just they have these certain type of roles. Um, so I try to see what type of roles are there in Counter Strike. Okay, probably this person is going to defend more, or this person is going to do this more. Um,
yeah,
roaming, one's going to do less roaming than the other.
yeah. I
See,
mean, it's kind of similar to that. I mean, I think on like terror side at least, for attacking, you need to be able to do it all. Like
mm,
you need to be able to sometimes roam. You need to be able to entry. You need to be able to support your teammates. The only hard set role is like op on both sides, like the sniper. But besides that, like everybody needs to be able to do everything, and that's like where I think the game's changed a lot. Before, like in 2016, people would go on the ESCA forums or Faceit forums like, "Hey, I'm an support player," but that's not a thing anymore. Like when you think of a support player now, you're thinking like of like like I mean using like for example like I guess like using like Falcon's example, Tessa's is more a support player, but he can entry and lurk and he does it all. Manesi does a lot of supporting as a star opper, but his role is to do both. Like IGLs do a lot of supporting because they try to set up their players, but
mm,
also it depends on how your team operates. Some IGLs like to get in the action, so then when they die, they can call or they can give their life up first and get the info and figure out what they want to do. It just depends. Like on our team, like sometimes I turn into a lurk, or sometimes I'm an entry. I need to be able to do both though, like just as good because the game, like how the map changes. Like if we call a certain round and I'm lurking, and let's just say I haven't been good at lurking. Well, I need to fix that because I can't just entry every round. Like we need to be able to, you need to be able, you need to have different layers and stuff. So I think that's like a thing that um is like difficult to like be good at multiple things, but to be at the top, you need to be.
wow, that's wild.
Like the only
S-
role that honestly like it's pretty like I would say the easiest role right now is probably opping role, just because you can like you don't really need to do extra stuff. Like you just, op, but you need to be able to support. I guess like the utility you need to know is a lot more, but you don't need to like lurk or anything like that. You can just like play your game for the most part. But like if I'm taking certain space, now I turn into a lurker. Or maybe we're doing this kind of round. Now I'm turning into a lurker. I need to entry on this kind of round with this round because of like who else is going to be lurking or this or that. So that's like you get a lot of like weird situations with that. Like, it turns like every round can like someone else could be lurking or entering or whatever. It just depends.
Wow. I'll probably if I get really deep into Counter Strike, I'm I think I'm gonna be lurking. Let you guys fight, and I'll just stand over here.
Yep.
Damn, that's wild. That's wild. How
Yeah.
many years you been playing Counter Strike?
I started in like 2016, I think. It was like late 2025 or late 2020s or late 2015, or it was like
Okay.
early 2016. I don't really remember. It was around. It was like in that like I kind of remember like I had like my first achievements were like late 2015, but I think I started getting more into it like in 2016 because that's when I remember like playing it more. So
Mm,
yeah,
wow. So you got into this game. Yeah, you've been quite a bit of years in it. Yeah,
yeah.
2015.
And I don't even
Okay.
think I really played it that much though in like the like when I was like in like from like when I was like because I was born 2000, so I was
Yeah.
like 16 17 years old. I didn't really play it that much. I started playing more when I was 18, I think. 18 19.
So what kind of got you into the game? Because out of all the games, Call of Duty, Battlefield,
I mean,
Rainbow.
I was a big COD guy for a while, and then so like
Okay.
back in the day, they had like like the phase like part of like the trick shotting and sniping community or whatever, like that part of how the phase was built.
Yeah.
I was like I was in a team called the Obey Alliance, and that was like a pretty big COD team, honestly, back then. And my buddy who got me into like the whole like sniping and like that start part of it got me into Counter Strike, and I just really like playing it. Like I was also really good at like GBs, like playing COD GBs. Like I was super good at like playing those things. I mean, I feel like everybody always says that, but I was actually like frying. Like the only way we lost games were if we got DDoS, and back then there was a big thing like getting like DDoSing people to like win
Yeah.
GBs and stuff like that. But we were super good at that. Honestly, I probably could have. I if I was like, I was just so young. I didn't probably understand. Like, I didn't like really understand like a lot of the things. Like, because a lot of these people were older. Like, I'm 15 years old, 14 years old, and these people are all like 17, 18, 19. So I wish like probably looking back at it, if I was a little bit older, I probably could have went pro in COD. Honestly, with like even with like the whole sniping trick shotting thing, like I was so good at like just playing comp COD that I probably could have. But then
Mhm.
like I just like CS more, and I was playing on a laptop for a while, and then I got my first desktop in like I think it was like 2016 I got my desktop, and then that's when I started playing more and more. But yeah, I mean I just like the competitive games. Like one thing I always hated, which is kind of ironic, I hated playing Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, but then obviously Counter Strike is literally only Search and Destroy, and I just like always like that domination or whatever because I hate dying and like waiting. I feel like it's just so annoying. Like I'm watching people play the whole time. Like
Yeah.
but now it's like I do that all the time, and it's like crazy how like it's crazy. Like nowadays I like playing like the search and destroy part and like COD and stuff like that. Like I play with my IRL friends a couple times, like, and I'm like, oh COD, like you know playing search and destroy is not that bad. And then also like when I'm playing with them, I'm like they're all like running around and stuff. I'm like, wait guys, we're defending the bomb. Why do we have to like run at them? Like just hide. Like pick a spot,
Yeah.
you can
Camp.
chill. Yeah, like actually, and then like we start winning all these games. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know why we're like, I don't know why you guys think you need to like kill them all. Like they have to plant the bomb, everything like that. But that's just how that's how COD players are.
Yeah. Wow. Funny you mentioned that you started off on a laptop, because I think 95% of all the pros I bring on the pod, they all tell me they started on a laptop.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I still have that laptop too.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, keep it, man. Keep it,
I
because
don't
you
know if it
never
works
know.
anymore though. It's like the screen's like broke and there's so many issues with it. But it's still funny
Yeah.
that we have it.
Yeah, just keep it, because one day in the future, you show your kids, they become, they get married and have kids.
Yeah,
Um, you could just say, "Listen, daddy started with this, and then from this one to this, and then became a pro, and then, I was with Wild Card, and,
yeah,
so, you show a little bit of history."
no, for sure.
Wow. That's amazing. That's
Yeah, it's been a
amazing.
crazy ride.
Yeah, Call of Duty. I think everybody. I mean, I was really in love with Call of Duty when it first came out. I got hooked. I'm telling you, like freaking hooked. I would be playing from 7 o'clock at night to 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and sometimes I noticed I'm playing and my head started bobbing. I'm like, whoa, what the heck happened here? I'm like thinking, okay, it's probably 12 o'clock midnight, and I look, it's 5:40 in the morning. I'm like, what?
I
Freaking
mean,
multiplayer.
I stopped playing COD after like I think it was I stopped buying it. I think I bought the Black Ops 6 or whatever. Like I bought the more recent ones, but
Mhm.
I haven't. I think my favorite COD was Black Ops 2, and like after that, like Ghost sucked. Advanced Warfare was kind of crap. I
Yeah.
didn't really enjoy like those other CODs. So like Black Ops 2 was like the one game I really enjoyed, and um yeah, I mean that was like the best. I think Black Ops 2 was probably the best COD. And like people say Modern Warfare 2 it wasn't bad. It was overall good. Like the maps were good and stuff like that. But I mean, I think like those three CODs were like MW2, BO1, Black Ops 2, and then MW2 were the best, and they just can't like ever like they try to like make remakes of it and like just let it go. Like just like go back to like what you were doing back then. Like I don't know why we keep on like adding all this like futuristic stuff. Like I don't think a lot of people enjoy this.
Yeah. Battlefield did that. Battlefield went back. Look at how how they did this year. I mean,
I mean, I
last
think
year,
I
sorry.
have Battlefield right now, and like I mean, I played a little bit. Like I wasn't a big Battlefield guy, but I played because my friends do, and
Mm.
like I mean, I'm not good at it, but I can understand why people like playing it over COD.
Yeah, I mean, because people were requesting, "Hey, go back to like how Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4," and I
Yeah,
was a monster in that because I switched to from Call of Duty to Battlefield because there was always a war. Oh,
yeah,
Battlefield's better than COD. COD is better than Battlefield. It's a fan war. I mean, telling you, it got disgusting. The hatred,
yeah,
and at the end of the day, you know, these companies that made the games are just sitting back and just laughing and,
they don't care. Yeah,
they don't care.
they know it's gonna. It's. I mean,
Yeah.
there's. I mean, I think the COD sales have actually went down a lot though.
It
Like,
it did, it did. Battlefield has actually raised up. They did phenomenal,
yeah,
with this one because they went back to
yeah, what
how
people want actually.
what people wanted. They wanted to give that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, feel again, and it was just,
Yeah,
like, amazing. I was playing it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a breath of fresh air." I mean, yes, I played it, but I didn't get stuck into it. I was
yeah,
like I had to go back to my
yeah, yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege, it's like I'm with that one, that's where my dopamine will
I mean,
kick in.
the crazy part is like I feel like for COD, like back then, you know, they did some really questionable stuff with like, people come a lot of people like a lot of like the casual players complain about like the quit scoping and like how you can like run around with a sniper and just kill everybody. And I understood that, but then like I think like it was not Black Ops 2. They like messed it up a little bit. I think it was like the CODs after, like Ghost and like some of these other games. They made it so difficult for that like community, like the Phase and Store and all those big teams to like actually be able like to do what they were like the content they were doing, and they're getting millions of views like a week and stuff like that. Like they were pulling the views and stuff, and
Mhm.
I just think the scene like the creators just like did not want this, and then I feel like they pick a community to like kind of like nerf every little bit, like they nerfed that, and then like I mean, all the people I knew that were like doing that, like what I was doing, like YouTube, like especially on YouTube and stuff, they none of them like really do any COD videos now. They're all doing like Fortnite is a big one, other games. Like it's kind of ridiculous, like how the creator of the game kind of like just killed that one thing that they were all doing for their like for the just views and everything like that, and now it's like they all found it in a different game, and they just kind of ruined that community.
Wow. That's crazy.
Think I definitely, and I know it was on purpose because you don't make a patch for the game for just one thing. It was
Yeah.
definitely on purpose.
Yeah. Well, they do that. They do that. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
How do you like, Counter-Strike 2 versus 1?
If you would have asked me when I first came out, I would have said it was horrible. But I mean, part of it was because I was just getting owned in it, and I was just like wasn't getting like I wasn't playing well. But then
Mhm.
I just sat there and DM'd for for like 3 weeks and got got way better. And then I was like owning in it, so I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I think the game still has a lot of issues. Like, I don't know.
Really?
I have like I have love hate with it. Like when they just did this like new update like a couple weeks ago, the first day was super bad, and then like it got better. But I think there's a lot of like small things that like, and this is like more like maybe a mental thing on my part. I swear, if when I don't have fiber internet, I think when I do, I will be the best player in NA honestly at a point, because I swear there's so many gunfights I lose or I can't even participating because of my internet. Like, and it's just it's nothing like. And I
What are you
noticed
using now, cable?
I have yeah, just cable. Like I have just
Yeah,
the
okay.
normal cable. I don't have fiber in my area. It's coming soon though.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, once you get to fiber, brother.
yeah, well, the only reason why I say this is because I played on fiber in Atlanta, and it was a whole
Mm.
different game. Like I was like, it was ridiculous the difference it felt like the difference it had and everything. Um, Again, could be a little cope. Like I mean, I'm just saying that when the update came out a couple weeks ago, like a month ago or whatever, or like the aim punch and like net graph or whatever, like the graph thing that they changed, um, it made movement different a little bit, like in the sense of like it's trying to keep up with like making it more normal. But when my internet was like when I first started playing it, everything looks so laggy and choppy and stuff like that. And I know for a fact it's not my PC, it's not my monitor, it's not this. The only thing it could be is my internet, and my things were spiking to like 50 ms in a fight, and I knew it was my
Mm.
internet. So I used exit lag, and I was like playing on that to like try to like fix like fix it or whatever, and it made the game feel better. But I know for a fact that there has to be something with my routing to certain servers that make it super like annoying to play. And it's not Counter Strike's fault. I mean, it could be. I rather blame it on them than my internet, but you know, I think it's an internet problem for sure. And I haven't. It's gotten a little bit better. That one day was super bad, but like now I don't need to use it or use exit lag or anything like that. But I can tell when a fight's like choppy now. I can just look at the MS and I'm like, yep, I was lagging during that fight.
Wow. That's gotta suck lagging, man.
Yeah, I mean it's like a hidden lag though. It's like you don't like actually feel it. You'll feel it in the fight more than like before it. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like a I think that's like a packet thing too, with something with
Yeah.
like CS. Not sure how they're gonna fix that, but I think they've been trying to fix it so much that like when they put things out, it fixes for some people, but that makes it worse for others. Like that first day. Well, also I forgot the key thing. I was messaging like 4 other players. Like I messaged like Grim, like some of my teammates, some other guys. I'm like, dude, does the spray feel like it changed? Like I'm telling you, something is wrong with this like game right now. And
Mm.
the next day, they put a patch out saying they like fixed the spray more or whatever. And Mike, Grim, and I were both like, dude, I fucking knew it because he said it felt weird too. Everybody else I talked to said I felt fine. I'm like, no, it did not. I'm like, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with it. And he's the only one that agreed. And then they put out like a small patch saying like they fixed something with like the AK sprayer. I forgot what they did. They like it was a small update. Like they put an update out and it messed something up, and then like they had to refix it or whatever. And I'm like, I knew it. I'm telling you, like I can tell when something does not feel like how it should,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
just
because
didn't.
you're so used to it. You've been playing it for years
Well,
and
the
years and
scary
years.
part is all these other players didn't feel anything.
What?
Yeah, they're like only 2 people. I messaged like 3 or 4 people, and 2 of them said it felt fine. But again, those people are on fiber, and the other guy I messaged was not on fiber, but he said like something feels off. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling
I'm
you, it
not
has something
going
to do with the
crazy.
internet.
I'm not
No,
going crazy.
yeah, I know.
Wow. Trust me, once you get into fiber, you're gonna get hooked.
I know. I just got a message those they like I was supposed to get in July, now they pushed it to August, so they better figure out they better figure it out
Yeah,
or I'm
is
gonna
it
be mad.
AT&T?
No, it's Clearwave.
Oh, Clearwave. Okay.
Never
What
heard
state?
Illinois. They just
Okay, you're in
came,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
I have Comcast right now. I'm like, hey, you guys gonna get fiber in the area? And they laughed at me.
No, Comcast suck. That's why I had Comcast before. And the cable, no matter how as fast you get, it's not comparable to fiber.
No, you
Fiber,
can't.
I got 2 gigs up and 2 gigs down.
That's what we're gonna get 2 gigs.
Yeah, go for the 2 gigs up and 2 gigs down, and
It's not even that
you
much
won't.
money for the month. Like a month, I think it's like 110.
Yeah, it's like 100 something. Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
it's very worth it. I did had to uh, cut down some other stuff. Okay, do I really need this? Do I need to subscribe to the top tier of like
yeah,
Netflix and Hulu? You get the one.
yeah.
Okay, with ads will be this. Give me all
Well,
of them with freaking
that's
ads. Forget it.
that's what like my mom. She like I live at home and my mom watches a lot of cable. Like,
Hmm.
she watches a lot of TV shows. Well, I'm like, well, if we can get this new internet, we can get rid of Xfinity completely and just have it on our phones or whatever. Cool. But then I'm like, how do we want to? I'm like, because she wants these channels, right? Well, Hulu has like a Hulu TV thing or whatever,
Correct.
and you can like you can just get Hulu. It's like $80 a month. You get all these like channels, and like it's like almost every channel she wants to watch is on there. She's missing a few, but and then you also just get not Prime, you get like HBO Max, you get I think YouTube and Hulu Premium, and then you get like ESPN too. It's like,
Mhm.
and it's like you get the full memberships too, no ads. I'm like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, the thing is convincing mom. Once you get her hooked into it and
Oh
say,
no,
"Mom."
she's already convinced. She's like, all right, as long as it's easier.
Yeah, say,
I
"Mom,
mean, we
also,
we
you can
made
see it on your phone, mom,
we made
wherever you
we
go."
we made the switch from having the Xfinity boxes on the TVs to Fire Sticks,
Yeah.
and she was like hesitant on that, and now she's like a pro with the Fire Stick.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
her. Good. You're like, "Oh, thank God. I just need
Well,
that freaking fiber internet."
yeah, I know. And then I'm like, I didn't even tell her. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rid of the Xfinity when we get this fiber. And she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, we got better internet. Trust me.
Oh, it's gonna be so freaking good. You're gonna love it.
Yep. I
You're
put
gonna
European internet is a way different ballgame. It's so much better there too.
Really?
They have way more modern internet than we do here.
Get the heck out of here.
No, I'm not kidding. Their internet, like compared to ours, is like shit. Like their internet is way better.
What? And I would have think that United States would have like the
If
top
you
tier.
if you think about it, like okay, like if you look at the map and like if you look at a map or whatever and like think about Europe, like okay, Portugal, I'm not gonna lie, like being in Portugal and like playing from Porto and stuff like that, connecting to a German server wasn't the best. Like you get like 40 ping, okay, from that
Mm,
distance, which isn't horrible, but the routing, I from what I understand, the routing is not good there. But if you connect to like Netherlands or whatever, it's not bad for us. Now it's like 30 ping or whatever. So it's a big difference. Now, anywhere like from being in Poland, like Poland, we get 5 ping to Germany. No matter where, like Warsaw to Germany servers, 5 ping. Trying to think like Sweden, you get a little bit more ping because you're so far, but you get like 25 ping, I think it is, or 30. Serbia, you get 23 ping to like German servers. Like everywhere, I mean, I know everything's a lot closer there, but like the what's it called? The connection feels way better, way smoother, way faster, everything.
mm.
And a lot of these countries I played in have just, I mean, I've never had any internet problems there. Like honestly,
Jeez, I would have thought it was the contrary.
no, I mean, maybe
That's
it could be,
wild.
maybe it's a thing with the U.S. about not having fiber, but like I've even when I did have fiber in some of my apartment buildings, dude, it was so bad. I couldn't connect like at my one apartment building at school, they had a whole like fiber thing and I forgot what company it was that did it, but it was so bad and I complained multiple times. And the worst part was that it's not that I couldn't just like not pay the bill for like the internet. It was like $10 or whatever from the apartment complex, right? It was like 10 or $15 a month for it per roommate. All right, cool, whatever. I'm paying for it, and I am getting like 20 to 30 loss on Face It every game. So it's impossible for me to play on Face It. So I couldn't even play Counter Strike because it was like that bad of connection. And
Mm,
it was a routing issue. So I sent them like the data because like Face It has like a thing where if you have certain routing issues or whatever, they'll try to fix it on their end, or they'll try to like you can send it to your internet provider and you can try to fix the route or whatever and try to like bypass it maybe or whatever. I
mm.
send them all the data and they go, "Oh, we found the issue, but we can't do anything about it." I'm like, "Okay." So I called my apartment complex, said, "Hey, I'm having a lot of internet issues. Like I'm can't use it. I'm just going to get my own." And they're like, "Well, you still have to pay for this one." I'm like, "Well, it's not working. It's not working for me though. Like, why do I have to pay for it?" I'm like, "How about you just get a better company?" But no, that just doesn't. That's not how it works, I guess. So it's so bad. It's ridiculous. Like, and I got Comcast. Like, I got like a 300 gig down, like 150 up or whatever. I got something like small just
Yeah.
because it was just me. Like, I didn't really need anything crazy. Like, all my roommates were on like on the normal internet, but I couldn't have 20 lost trying to play every match. Like, it was ridiculous.
Man, that's gotta be. And now you guys scrim
Yeah, we scrim.
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we scrim every like when we were practicing, we scrim every day. Like, if we have a practice day, it's four to five scrims a day.
Jeez.
Yeah, we have like 9 hour days usually. 8 hour days, 9 hour days.
Wow. Wow.
I mean,
Same thing.
practicing in North America is like useless. Like, oh my god, I think we got destroyed by everybody in North America, and then we go to Europe and just we played pretty well in practice and win the European event. So I don't know.
Mm.
We're getting owned by like the teams that we're not even. It's not even that we're losing practice versus like M80 or NRG or anything. We're losing practice like Marsborn all the time, Sportsbet, like everybody. We're losing everybody in practice. Obviously, we do have players playing from Europe, so I mean that's probably a reason why. But like it just the practice there was just so much easier. Honestly, like we played I think like big eyeballers and all these other teams, and they can all like play. They're all individually good, but it was just easier playing the game, like, because you can see like what they're doing and things make more sense if like when it's like one of those things where I think Hex has said this and like other people have said this. Being an NA player, like it's fine, like whatever you can play internationally, it's not bad. The whole thing is when you see like because we all watch these teams, right, and we all watch these like people play in North America, they don't do these like things that these teams do. But when you play against other good teams, they do like the things that make sense in the round, or they'll do this, and then okay, there's two things they can do after this, and then after that, it's like you can kind of piece it together, right?
Mm.
In North America, they don't do that. They will do something completely different or whatever that doesn't make sense in a round. But in Europe, like against Focus, when we played them, we knew they would take bracket, and we knew that they would do something else, or they would do the next step, which the next step is doing like arch control or whatever, or maybe reclearing B. Those are your two options, right? Like that's what usually happens in most games. So you have to play for that, or you have to just be ready for it. Um, and it's like one of those things where the better the team you play, the easier it is to read to a certain extent. Like obviously, you know, when you get outshot, that's going to happen, but it makes it like when we were playing, it just made it feel like it was easier to understand what they were going to do next. But against the North American team, I have no clue. I think they're going to do this. We're not even close. Or they're all doing something different. I'm like, or they're all swinging this or that. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Wow, that's funny. That's crazy. Now, when we play in LAN, forget it. That's the best of the best right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no issues there. Well, actually, so Counter-Strike added that like damage prediction thing. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like it was like when the game was like having a lot of issues with like ping stuff. They put this damage prediction thing. If you turned it on, it was supposed to register more if you actually shoot someone, and like instead of getting like fake hits on people, it would be like more like accurate. But
Mm.
on LAN, you have zero ping. So it's good to have it on, right? You would think so. On LAN, I turned it on. I got so many fake dinks in the game, like that. Like so when you dink someone, it's like a 90 damage hit on the head, and I would like look at the round, and it's a 20 damage. I'm like, huh? I heard a dink, and
Mm.
they added this whole thing, and it sucks. It doesn't work. Even on LAN, it doesn't work. Either we were playing on Complexity, we were playing Furia on LAN, or Pain, or whatever it was, and fucking I hit this guy. I dinked this guy. I'm the same 1 HP. My teammate shoots him, doesn't die, and then he shoots him a couple more times, and he dies. I'm like, I got a fake
What the
dink.
heck?
I don't know. I have no clue how this game puts a thing in to help you with the fake dinks and like make it so like that you don't have these issues. And then on LAN, it happens. Like it's crazy.
Wow, on LAN. Now, do you guys
I turn it
keep
off
in
now.
contact? You guys keep in contact with with one of the devs?
No, I mean not any of us.
Really?
I mean if I found something, like let's just say if I found a major bug or something like that,
Yeah.
I know people who can get me in contact,
Okay.
but like wouldn't like say like I mean I would probably message like if I found some major crazy bug, I'd probably send it to Flom because I know he has contacts with like, them or, any person that has like contact with Valve. Like I know some like leagues do or whatever. Like I would just send it to them and, you know, get it to make it simple for them and stuff like that.
I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about Gamer Advantage eyewear. Whether you're gaming, working, or just browsing, with Gamer Advantage blue light blocking eyewear, they are expertly crafted for gamers or for anyone that's in front of a screen for long hours. Featuring Resme lens technology, these glasses are engineered to minimize digital eye strain and shield your eyes from the detrimental effects of blue light. Doctor recommended, potentially boost focus, and significantly enhance sleep quality, ensuring you stay at the top of your game. Visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code Rascals at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use the promo code, which helps sustain and grow the podcast. Once again, visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS Rascals at checkout to get 10% off your purchase.
Ah, man, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Folks, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so if you notice that the subject kind of changes because we were dealing with it for over 10, 12 minutes, so apologize. But yeah, man. The internet is so important nowadays because if you don't have really good, we were talking about scrimming and all this stuff.
Yeah, screaming. Yeah.
You're now we're back because my ADHD starts kicking in and
Yeah.
can't, and I'm like, okay, wait, what happened here is my brain when it gets overwhelmed, it just
Yeah.
starts to stutter, and I start to like, oh crap, what am I supposed to do?
No, I get that.
It just freaking goes crazy.
Well, like for scrimming and stuff, like we'd play in Europe. We're playing five-ish a day, like sometimes 4 or 5 a day.
Mm.
You know, that's like the sweet spot. I mean, practice would take like 8 hours, 9 hours. So we'd start at like, I think we'd start at 11, practice for like 2 hours, then play 2 to 3 scrims, then take an hour break, and then go another 2.
Wow. So listen, what is your gamer time? I'm trying to.
It was my Xbox name. It was I just wanted a 4-letter gamer tag a long time ago, and the only thing was what's it called? The last one I could find was CXZI, one of the last ones.
So that's what it is, 6CI?
60, yeah.
60. Yeah, because I tried to pronounce. I'm like, okay, and I heard it in during that tournament you were in, and I was like, okay, 60. I said, so it's not Danny, it's 60.
Yeah, no, it's 60.
Okay, cool, man, cool. One of the questions I have for you: how is it that you got picked up by Wildcard?
I mean, it's been like I feel like. So I mean, they wanted me before, like like when the whole Cole thing ended.
Mhm.
They wanted to get me then, but the other the people like the IGL and I think it was like the leader and the coach did not want me. They wanted someone else, and there was like a big internal struggle, and then it just didn't happen. And then I went to Marsborn, and I knew that. I mean, I knew like Wildcard's vision. I knew like I also like I think it was a weird spot for a while because like I was pretty like disappointed like in December for like with like some of the things that happened in Marsborn, like not from the owners, it was more from the players. And to be competitive, we had to like get other people, but there was no one else to really get. So it's like we can't really grow as a team and make the next step because like you can like try to teach everybody and grow together, but we needed to win at the same time. So it was like kind of frustrating. And then after we didn't make the major, like I got asked like what do I want to do, because Wildcard still wanted me, like they wanted me for a while, but we had events on Marsborn, so like it was just like we'll figure it out like after the major cut off and see what happens. And Marsborn asked me like, hey, like what do you want to do, like where do you see yourself? I'm like, well, I see myself playing at the best events and winning, like honestly, and that's what I was. And like, okay, we'll make it happen. And I don't know what they did, they got some deal, and I went to a wild card, and then we won two LAN events back to back.
Wow, with the same coach?
No, different. The different coach. That whole about that before when they wanted me in like I think it was like August or September.
Mhm.
All those guys are gone.
All of them are gone.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Okay, so I bet the big guys are kind of happy.
Yeah, all of them are gone.
See, that's the problem. They don't. It's something that Summit 1G told me. Jared told me like it's the gaming politics, and I freaking hate it because if they know that that you're good, but sometimes these jerks prefer to bring in their friends or that's a buddy of mine, he's real good, and they're not gonna pick you, knowing a lot of people know that you're the one that's gonna fit best for the team.
Yeah.
They just don't care. There's like
Well,
they're gonna bypass that.
the one big thing that like a couple of my friends would always say, like, and I grew up in the scene with them. I've never joined a team and made them worse. And a team, it's always been like every time I join a team, the team has gotten better in some way, and
Mm.
it was like super obvious. Like even wildcard, I can say with confidence, like they were in a good spot before. Like they needed one change to really get them to go, but it wasn't like like it's not just about shooting, right? It's about like what you bring on the table with like other things like that. I feel like, I mean, Heck said kind of like that. I talk a lot, and I think like yeah, sometimes like when I'm right, I'm right. Like in the finals, I made some really sick calls against like mid rounds against Focus, and like those things won us those rounds. And like even though I don't have like 25 kills like Hex did, I feel good that I made those calls and got us into a position to win the round, and we won those rounds.
Well,
So
I'm gonna be really honest. A lot of things has to do with the team chemistry. If you guys got a really good chemistry and everything is flowing good, it's
well, it's
gonna.
like, I mean, that too, but like we only had like I think we only had like 12 or 14 practice to be honest. So it is like kind of like tough.
Wait one
But
second. 12, 14 practices and just winning not too long ago.
yeah,
Champion. Holy crap!
yeah, yeah, when you have like when you like have players that have all like kind of like know how to play and
Yeah,
stuff, things flow a lot easier.
correct.
And also it's like the difference between like these other teams and like us, I think, is that when we're in situations, we're making plans on trying to win the round. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. It goes like, yo, let's do this. Like, yo, do this. I'm gonna like, let's do this together. Peak with me, this and that. Like, we're making good plans off the rounds. Like I said, like in that focus game, like on the last map in the finals, we were down 5-0 on T side, and that's like not a good sign. We win the half. We win the half 7-5, and we come back and we're winning 12-5 at one point, and we lose, and we win 13-6 or whatever. Like the T side, I would say when something was happening or something did happen, we were reacted like not like just like, oh, I have to do this. We reacted as a group and did something together. Was it always the right play? Maybe not, but in the rounds that I'm remembering, I think there's one round we got bailed out from like what we did. Like someone just had an insane round. I think MHL had a sick round, got a sick 3K. Cool. Do you need those rounds to happen sometimes? But all the rounds that we actually did play, like when we were down a man or whatever, we made super, super good reads off it or super good plays off it. And you would think those rounds like we weren't even in favor to win. After what we would do happens, we had like I think those rounds were like 90% win rates for us. So we were
Mm.
turning around that had like a 20% of winning to 90% because of like one micro thing that someone says or someone does or what we say, like, for like I don't know, it's just like one little key decision that someone makes changes the whole round, and we were all making those good decisions at the same time. And that's what separates a team like us to like a team like Navi, for example. And
Mm.
so if we're able to like keep that up and keep the decision making to like what we were in that finals, we'll be good. Like, and we'll be able to like beat these teams because it doesn't matter. Like, even if you're in the 3v5s or whatever, or 5v3s, doesn't matter if you're like, yeah, you can always like win by killing them all, right? But to kill them like against better players, you can't just run in and do that. It's just super hard. So you have to beat them by like making them think and being unexpected and like doing cool things and like designing like having like good ways of doing stuff. Like if you do that,
Yeah,
it'd be insane.
but you can't reveal all your tricks, because you got the majors.
Yeah, I wish I had the major. We don't have the major until maybe like December, but I mean,
Really? That's
yeah,
the next major in December?
yeah, December or something. Yeah,
That sucks. How many majors are there?
there's 2 a year.
There's 2 a year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dang. I would have expected a little bit more majors since it's such a big game. Because I know it's Counter-Strike is it's a lot more popular than it is in Europe than it is in US. Or am I wrong?
I mean, it's more popular in Europe for sure, but
Yeah.
there's only 2 majors a year. That's how they do it. And then like, well, like you got to think about it, like how we were saying earlier. You have like the 2 majors a year, and then you have like certain big events like the Katowice, Cologne. Those are big major major events, so those count like almost as a major. They're weighted like, are they a major? No, but they're like if you win one, it's if you win one of those, it's like almost winning a major, you know?
Wow.
EWC is like
Okay.
probably winning a major too, but you won't
Correct.
get the stickers for it. Like the main difference is you don't get the stickers. That's the only reason why. But people like, I think it's almost harder to win a Katowice or a Cologne than a major, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah, true.
Because
But if you think
I've
about it, World Cup, that's the baby.
well, World Cup last year was super hard in CS because it was best of 3 single elimination. So if you lose one, you're done. But what people like, you got to think about it like this. And like I might like I've heard people say this. Okay, I've heard 2 different things. Obviously, I would rather win a major probably, and I think majors are definitely harder. But you with the Swiss system and with how the system they use to get through, it's if you're a solid team, like you can make it to stage 3 probably and have a good chance of making it as like an underdog. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're like okay, I'm looking at stage 1 right now. If I look at a team right now, I'm gonna say MIBR because MIBR has been owning right now. That's a team that could literally make stage 3 just because they have so many chances too. You have to lose either 3 games or win 3 games to make it to stage 2, and then again, same there. To make it to like to beat out these teams I'm looking at, they can easily win 3 of them, but they can also lose 3 of them. It's like it just depends. Stage 2 is definitely harder. You have like a lot of good teams in there, but again, you have to just win 3 games out of like I guess out of you have to win 3 before you lose 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only thing that's super hard in the major is when you go to the playoffs. The playoffs, single elimination, BO3, that's hard. That's definitely hard to get out of there. But for Cologne or the big events that we talk about, like the other major events, you have 2 eliminations and you're done.
Wow.
So when you think about that, like Cologne last year, I think it was like because we played it last year. Um, Let me see if I can
So
find it
there's not
actually.
like a losers bracket?
No, it's just you're done if you don't like win.
Oh, that freaking sucks,
Yeah,
man.
that's why it's like super hard. Like PGL, so at Cologne last year, we lost 2 games and we were done. So Cologne last year, they have a stage 1 and stage 2, okay? Stage 1 is you have a double elimination bracket, okay? So you play an opening game, and then if you win that, you play another winner's game. If you win that, you go to stage 2. If you lose your first game and lose your second game, you're done. And if you win your first and lose, you have to play another game. And if you lose that, you're out. If you win that, you go to the next stage. So you have only 2 chances.
Wow.
2 chances in these events. So
Damn.
that's why like winning these I think are more important just because like are like harder just because if you fuck up like twice, you're done. At least in the major, you have 3 chances to mess up.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
But
That's
majors also used
crazy.
to be harder in this. Well, also people would say with them changing it, it used to be BO1 majors, so best of ones for like the like games, and then it would be BO3s for progression games. But now it's all BO3, so it should be theoretically like for the better team, they should be able to win most of the time now.
Do you think they designed it like that uh, due to the fact there's a lot of teams in Counter Strike?
Like with like BO1s or like just like the elimination.
Yeah, they're like they're trying to make it like to cut it down because it now will last longer.
I mean, I think it's like I mean maybe now I would say BO1s make more sense because you have so many more teams in the major. Before it used to be like what 24 teams, now it's 32. So like
That's a lot.
yeah, I think it's
That's a
like
lot of teams,
I think
man.
it's 32 now. So like BO1s now make sense, but now they're all BO3s. So I think the only thing that gets like really like crazy is when you have the first like you have multiple games a day you're gonna have to play now. Like
Mhm.
you're gonna have 2 BO3s a day. So I think that's gonna be difficult or whatever. But I don't know. Like we'll see. Or no, actually I take that back. The BO3s don't start until the later stages. So it's BO1. So I believe that BO3s only happen in like stage 2 and 3. So stage 1 is still BO1s.
Wow,
So it's a little bit different.
man. That's crazy, man. That I'm just saying that's a lot. I'm sure it's because there's a lot of teams they have to start kicking teams out. You know, you
Well,
lose,
because
goodbye.
it takes too long to like. So actually, if I'm looking at this correctly, let me see. Yeah, okay. So stage 3. So there's gonna be 16 teams left. When it's 16 teams left, it's all BO3s. Now,
Mhm.
when there's like so for stage 1 and 2, it's all gonna be BO1s until they are 2-0-2, or as soon as they have 2 wins or 2 losses, then it's BO3.
Okay, that
Which is
makes
like a
sense.
good system. I think that's
Yeah,
fine. I think
that's
that's
a
good.
good system. Yeah. Whew. Well, brother, I know you guys gonna make it. I have
Yeah,
faith you guys gonna make a major and win a major.
hopefully. That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
I mean, you guys are doing good. You guys are playing well. I saw how you guys play against Focus, and I was like, man, wild card is on top. You guys are fire.
Yeah,
Did the
I
did the
mean,
CO did Ben or Griff reach out to you guys?
yeah, they messaged us. They were happy.
Oh, really? Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. But they're super happy. I mean, I was freaking happy. I'm like, okay, I gotta get one of these guys on the pod. Forget that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good win. I mean, I want us to just, keep growing, and like I think like we have our break now, so
Yeah, you need.
I think the big thing for us is just like, you know, I don't want to say relaxing and like taking the time, but I think we can all like, say that we proved that we're pretty decent, and that we can be good, but now we just have to like, take it one tournament at a time. Um, I'm one of the guys who like always looks forward ahead. I look maybe 2 steps ahead sometimes than like, what's in the moment, and that's
Mm,
just because like, I think with like events and stuff, like I just want to play every event, or like have a chance to play every event, right? Um, but right now it's like, we have a break. I'm actually gonna probably try to take like I'm gonna try to take most of my break. I have never taken a player break before, but I think it's good to like, get away, like have some fun
yeah, you need to.
and
You need to.
chill.
You need to go out, do things. I don't know what's your hobbies. I mean, just go out. If you need to go fishing, you need to
Yeah,
decompress. You
yeah,
need to decompress, man, because if not, you're gonna just go crazy. Because you need to decompress. Get yourself out of the computer. Don't game for a couple of days. Spend time with the family.
yeah. I
Decompress,
mean, that's
and
what I
then
usually.
you come
That's what
back.
that's what I usually do. I mean, like today, I'm probably gonna play a little bit, on and off. Like if I'm gonna play, I'm not gonna like grind how I would. I'm gonna just like play a few games, maybe a few pugs or whatever, and just get some stuff done. Maybe I want to try out a couple new mice I got, so I want to like see how I like
Yeah,
those things and kind of go like that, and just
play some Rainbow Six Siege, man. Play
dude,
something that.
I'm the only game I have on my PC right now is I have Battlefield because I downloaded it with my friends, and then
Yeah.
I have Counter-Strike. That's it, and I only have like 5 hours in Battlefield, so I have no other games on my PC.
Wow. Well, listen, brother. I want to thank you so much for coming on the pod.
No
It's
problem.
phenomenal. We could go on for hours, man, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations once again. I want you to tell everybody your socials. Give it. You got the stage is yours. Let them know where they could find you, Twitter,
Yeah, yeah.
etc. Go ahead. Stage is yours.
My Twitter ad is CXZI Danny guys, and then on Twitch.tv it's gonna be 60, and you'll see me stream sometimes. I'll probably be streaming this week on and off, or next week for sure. Just depends, but yeah, I'll be on the stream for a little bit the next couple weeks, and yeah.
There you go. Guys, 60 is C as in Charlie, X as in X-ray, Z as in Zulu, I as in Igloo. Please follow the brother. He's phenomenal and plays really good. Trust me. It's, it's amazing. So please stay tuned and please give him a follow, man. Okay, folks. Thank you, Danny. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. I'll see you.
Okay, folks. See you, man. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. Take care. God bless. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode on the Rascals Lounge podcast, and please don't forget to follow us on X and on your favorite podcast platform.